Michael and Amanda both met each other young and clicked instantly. Michael had money from his scores, while Amanda was the most attractive in her field. As we know, she had her attention on someone else in Michael's circle, but Michael got her anyway. Dancers and working girls being his thing is why he became connected to her, even paying for her to have implants, showing her a certain lifestyle before things even got serious. Outside of robbing, he even got into pimping after he seen the money Amanda was getting by herself, alone, on top of the millions he already had. The thing that made Amanda attracted to him is going to make sense when things are revealed later. But them moving fast, Michael married her after she was pregnant with Tracy and then Jimmy. But again, with his thing being strippers, he of course cheated on her with a stripper later on in their marriage, causing things to be rocky from this point forward. This being a thing made Amanda decide to cheat as well, with the guy being Jimmy's elementary teacher. But even with that, she stuck with Michael for the fact of her family and the money the two made, making Michael want to change his ways, even going out his own way to find a way for the two to start over their life and be regular people. Amanda was fine with being where she was, but Michael convinced her, even not fully being truthful. But him taking charge from the time they met, she went with what he wanted to do.
Just this one job and everything is done. Listen, Amanda, we're going to move to Los Santos, start over. I made a deal. The slate will be totally wiped clean. Trust me, darling. Look at me, Amanda. It was the only thing I could do. Either everyone dies or one guy gets out. I'm that guy. We did it. Baby, we are home free. It's over.
Moving to LS, they did in fact try to start a new life, doing what they thought the image of a married couple was. Dinners, family time, even being around other married couples was their new way of life. But Michael started to be in a depressed state, as we know. For the fact alone, robbing sadly was the only thing he did and enjoyed since he was in his 20s, along with what he had to do to get to LS, doing things out of his personal day-to-day. And that started to change their relationship more, especially again with the lifestyle the two were used to doing together. Michael always took charge, from her career to even getting everyone to Los Santos. But the fact that stopped, again him taking charge, Amanda looked at him like a shell of his real self, leading her to make herself away without him. This was a problem for Amanda also for the fact from the time they met to now, she was used to having attention. Michael not being there mentally, it became Amanda spending money on things that would give her attention outside of her husband, along with still cheating after getting attention from other men. But Michael didn't care. He even let her spend a lot of money and mess around with other men he didn't know just to be left alone to his own thoughts and sorrow, although she didn't follow this agreement. While we saw Michael follow this, even though he lied, showing how the trust with the two wasn't there at this point.
I promise, I was at the movies. I must have thrown out my ticket.
I am tired of your bullshit, Michael! Tired!
Bedroom at this point is telling us well regarding the other problem the two had. On Amanda's nightstand is a book called the Kama Sutra. The name alone of this book shows what was missing, something she alludes to with the conversation with Michael. She still cared for him, but she wanted him to be what she remembered, still having hope for him.
But listen, Michael, I really need you to cut back on your drinking. It's starting to affect more than our sex life.
I don't drink that much. Thank you.
Yeah, just on the days of the week that end with the letter Y.
That's good.
I mean, come on. We both know you've turned into a bitter fat slob who last year wet the bed. I want that bitter thin slob I married back.
Yeah, so he can watch you bang the pool boy. I drink to dull the pain.
That's nice, dear. Really nice. We both know this is doomed.
What is?
This marriage, it's a joke.
I'm laughing inside.
But as we heard, Michael didn't take things serious, showing Amanda no signs of getting attention from him and getting him to change his attitude on life. Amanda even had things figured out as far as the state of their marriage, seeing how Michael became firsthand.
I know why we don't get along.
Don't tell me. Something to do with your past lives, right? Or is it the color of my aura? Or I know, we're not eating enough seaweed!
No, it's you! You're nothing! You do nothing! You hate your life and you're impossible to be around. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah? Well, don't. Don't you feel sorry for me.
So she still had men around for that alone. After a session playing tennis with her coach, she gets what she was used to getting, even going as far as her being a dancer back in the day, just not by Michael.
You're a real pro, Mrs. DeSanta, a real pro. No, you're a great student. Now just loosen up those hips.
Okay, like this?
Yeah, loosen them up. There you go. And follow through. Perfect.
Oh, okay. I think I'm getting it.
Ooh, okay, Amanda. All right, now just follow through. God, you've got great hips. You know that? Follow through.
Yeah, I could get used to this. Oh.
Excellent, yes. Now, slide your hips slow and sit into it right here. No, right here.
Oh, yeah. I could totally get used to this. Oh.
Yeah. Me too.
But at this time, as we know, Michael had to snap back to a certain way of doing things. Earlier, he let Amanda do a lot, but again, being someone back to his old ways, he snaps at a time Amanda didn't expect to when a lot was shown.
Hey, man. Tracy. Yo. Amanda! Amanda! You better not be! Not in my house.
Fuck you, Michael. Go away.
I'm paying that turd $150 an hour to fuck my wife in my own bed?
Michael, go away.
No, I'm sorry, bro.
Amanda's respect for Michael was non-existent at this point, which is why she tried to shoo him away, along with the obvious. The two had a rule: if they were going to mess around, just don't bring anything to their place. But she went against this again at a time Michael started to come to his senses.
She said you had an arrangement.
You and I are gonna have an arrangement. I'm gonna arrange your fucking funeral.
I'm really sorry, bro. I'll comp the session. I promise.
You are dead man!
Amanda not expecting Michael to act this way, she starts to realize how she messed up, being that she knows firsthand how his anger can be. It was just so long he's seen him be like this. She even tried to make it seem like she wasn't in the wrong, somewhat making things worse for everyone in the room from this point forward. She also was so used to how Michael became, it started to mess up what she had going on.
Fuck that! Come here! Ah! Fuck, man.
Hey, you! Stop it!
What's up, man? Get out of my way.
Michael, calm down. Nothing happened. It was a
She
misunderstanding.
fucked a prick in my bed.
It wasn't like that. Just don't kill him!
How you catch him?
It wasn't hard. They were in my house, in my own bed, on top of each other.
Man, this dude got some explaining to do.
The whole thing was kind of self-explanatory, Frank. And what we're about to do won't need much context either. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. I got news for you. Me and Amanda, we got a little arrangement there. I don't bother her, she don't bother me. But you and me, buddy, who? We ain't got an arrangement, you and me. No such fucking deal. Franklin, how you doing on that cable?
Is he dead?
I didn't kill him, but I shoulda.
Well, he isn't answering his cell, and he didn't show at the tennis club.
Well, he must have skipped town, as he shoulda.
Next time I'll run your street skank out of LS.
I bring one to the house and ask you to pay, you're more than welcome.
And she still would have stopped to try and get attention for herself. As we know, at this point of their marriage, money was running dry, leading her to shoplift. Having no one else to call, she's forced to contact Michael.
Don't touch me!
Oh, you don't have to call to tell me that.
Not you, the Dieter Sack store detective. There's been a misunderstanding. I need you to help clear it up.
Oh, now you want me. All right, I'm coming. Now she needs me.
Helping her definitely shows it wasn't just Michael's ways that kept the two butting heads. Even though she's in the wrong for the second time, she ironically puts the attention she didn't want, which was again being in the wrong, back on Michael.
Don't say it!
What?
That I have everything I want, so why am I stealing?
Oh, my lips are sealed.
'Cause if you say that, I'll say the same to you.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just doing my best to keep us out of jail.
I mean, who are you to judge me?
Oh, I'm not judging? No, not at all.
You're loving this, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Risking prison, getting shot at. Love, love, big love.
So this is what it's like to be you.
Not really, honey. See, I'm a semi-successful crook. You're a bit of a failure, but hey, kudos for trying.
Not that successful if you're in witness protection.
Well, I've got an idea. Why don't we see what Agent Dave and the FIB think of this Lovers on the Run act?
She even almost forgot to thank him once she's home free.
Get rid of the car, Michael. It can't stay in the driveway. Oh, and yeah. Thank you.
After this, she of course goes to Life Invader to explain her recent mess-ups, but with this gives us an insight of what her problem was. Still not taking full accountability, she reveals he just wanted Michael to care. Although we know he did, even being seen down himself when explaining things to Franklin.
I bet you do all right.
What you mean?
With the chickadees. Hey, don't settle down too early, man.
I don't know. A family, stability, it might do me some good.
Yeah, as long as she's the right girl. Sometimes when you're young, you value the wrong things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I met Amanda in a seedy bar. She was smoking hot, and she liked me. I can't blame her. I was a Rocco Macho Foxo stud back in the day, and I had money in my pocket. But I should have seen. We both should have.
What's that?
The physical attraction, the chemical stuff. That's not a stable enough foundation to build a marriage on.
Hey, man, I don't know all the details, but I know some of them, and it seems like your circumstances are pretty special, you know? Maybe there's more to your thing than you think.
Yeah, maybe once. Maybe I'm not being fair. I don't know. I made this arrangement when I retired, and it means we don't got a choice about being together anymore. We're locked into that, so yeah, it's tough.
It sounds real tough.
The two will be distant for a while doing their own thing, but again, with Michael snapping out of being idle, in a way, he had to play catch up. At this point, Amanda, as we know, found other things she does by herself, which is why she's about to be seen declining Michael's attempt to bond with her.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
I feel like we haven't seen each other in forever.
You want to have some dinner later?
I'd love to, but you know, yoga waits for no one. Another time.
If you didn't notice yet, Amanda is going through an identity crisis. Her being into yoga was just something to pass the time for her. Moving to LS, she tried her best to fit in, something she was seen to regret at this point.
Sometimes I think I shouldn't have come.
What are you talking about?
I should have stayed in North Yankton, left you to your crazy Vinewood dream.
Give me a date. I'll buy you a ticket.
But Michael being in the house this time, as we know, was him laying low, although it would look like the norm. This time around, leading into their next argument, to, as we know, telling things are shown.
Oh, fuck is this shit?
Is that yours?
Of course not.
But before this, keep in mind this argument is coming from Amanda, I guess I can say, trying to be in a different space, taking up new hobbies like yoga and tennis. The cheating was just a plus. Another reason at this point why the two wasn't clicking.
Tell me, have you taken up any new hobbies?
Actually, Mr. Sarcasm, I have. I've been taking an inventory.
A what?
An inventory! It's a list, only it's one that makes you healthier.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Please sign me up.
Jesus, you are so fucking negative. Inventories are good. Why did I marry you?
Because you were knocked up and I was naive.
Jesus, my healer's right. I'm suffering for a horrible past life.
Well, just think how happy you'll be in a couple of reincarnations. Maybe you'll come back as a cobra, or something else even more fitting.
Funny.
But it's not real. She's even seen with an empty glass before getting on Michael about drinking.
I have only got myself to blame for the mess these kids are in. You are either drunk, or you're staring miserably at the clouds, or you're out there doing God only knows what.
Oh, yeah. I done horrible by you. Pulled you out of a Midwestern trailer park, got you a big mansion in Rockford Hills. Hell, the only thing you gotta worry about anymore is what part of your body you want to have chopped off or sucked out again.
Michael bringing up the real about what he did for Amanda was something she didn't want to accept. Here she was about to leave the conversation after insulting him, but she was gave the opportunity to again look like she was the victim, even though they both knew they had their faults.
Screw you, Michael!
Ah, but you won't.
I was faithful to you up until I found you in a stripper. I would divorce your ass if I could. You are nothing but a murdering, cheating hypocrite. Thank you, Michael, whatever the fuck our fake last name is. You have ruined my serenity yet again. My yoga is fucked.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now? You and your fucking yoga.
Michael, not even knowing Amanda was into yoga, something he pays for, is telling enough to why she's even doing yoga, leading her to be played upon and not even knowing about her yogi. It's implied Amanda talks to Fabian about him, but this wouldn't help after he shows up. Leave it to Amanda, she's the most sane in the household, so with him around, she plays this role.
Did someone say yoga?
Oh, hello, Fabian, darling.
Namaste.
Namaste.
You must be Miguel. Namaste.
Nah, man, go fuck yourself.
Michael!
You've got to work on your anger, brother. It's killing you.
Yeah, tell me about it. Ah, there you are, you little shit. Are you looking for this? No.
Very funny. You know, you're a real asshole.
What did you just fucking say to me?
Stop it! You're ruining my fucking yoga!
Somebody say yoga?
And now with her feeling her safety is at stake, things will only go downhill. It started off with wanting attention and support for her facade, Michael not giving her that. In a way, she became used to the Michael that was distant, but now him being around is why their last argument happened. Saying that to say his presence alone is what started this. And it didn't help her yogi, again giving his input on Life Invader to her. At a time, Michael couldn't even breathe without being ripped a new one, something Michael himself calls out.
What is wrong with you smoking in my house? You know, ever since that psychotic pal of yours turned up, you turned into an even bigger asshole.
Thank you. Your support in my difficult times means the world to me.
I've supported you. I left everything to come here with you, and still, that crazy bastard turns up.
Now keep in mind what Amanda claimed to leave, which was her stripping career. Basically, if you ask me, sacrificing the attention she had consistently. Michael then goes to say how he's going to handle Trevor being back around, but not knowing how. Michael not knowing how he's going to handle something wasn't a thing back in the day. Again, he took charge. So with Amanda hearing this, confirms her thoughts about Michael being watched.
I'll handle it.
How?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Just keep him away from me and the children, you low-life, whoremongering asswipe!
Did someone say yoga?
No, I think she said whoremongering asswipe.
And here, Fabian showing up led Amanda to speak on why Michael triggers her. But keep in mind, Fabian was Amanda's outlet to get attention, along with Fabian being the one that caused the shots for her after Michael stopped this, leading Fabian to have Michael join their session to when we see how she wasn't happy, being that she wanted the full attention on her, but she didn't do anything, being that he insisted, something telling for later.
Hello, Fabian, darling.
Namaste, Amanda. Are we ready to practice?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's very centered. A regular oasis of peace and tranquility, this one.
Anger issues and worse friends. No wonder I'm so upset.
You too, please. Namaste. We practice. Miguel, join us, please.
No, please, no.
No, please.
No.
The yoga is for sharing. Come, Miguel, come.
Awesome. So, Fab, if you can make me as happy and mellow as my wife, it'll be a job well fucking done.
We are all on our own journeys, Miguel.
Yeah, no doubts. Why is she driving a tank on hers?
Perhaps to deal with your hostility, Michael. Now here is good. We have the sun and the moribunda. The asshole. Now we begin and put the asshole to the earth. Yes, we begin each sequence. Tadasana. Yes. Or mountain pose.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Mouth and anus are perfectly in line. Show him, Amanda.
The attention on Amanda again, she does what was told, but something Michael stopped doing, Fabian did, which was acknowledge her, doing this asana, calling it perfect.
1, 2, 3.
It is perfect. Now, Michael.
He might just get healthy. Or die.
Yoga is somewhat meant to ground yourself, but in the next asana, the three do, Amanda seemed to have a different reason, being that she again wasn't into yoga for grounding. Fabian tells Michael how he reacts to doing this pose, leading Amanda forcing herself to do the same thing, again for attention, and for the fact Fabian did it, being that of course, he was the controlling factor, something she liked in her stripping days, again something Michael stopped doing. Michael of course didn't see this, but he calls it how he sees it in this case, after seeing Amanda's stunt.
This is gonna have to do.
Now we will do something more complicated. Sometimes, when I do this pose, I weep uncontrollably for hours.
Oh, wow.
You feel that? The emotion inside. Let it go. Michael, join us.
I feel like I'm channeling bullshit right now.
But keep in mind, Michael's back to being him in a way, even going to say what he wants to do to Fabian. This pose made the two cry, but this pose made Michael want to cause harm, something to tell him for the next pose.
You feel that?
Yeah, I'm about to feel some emotions, all right.
Remember, children, do not fear the unknown. We are the unknown.
Michael being him was something Amanda didn't catch on to. All she saw was him doing what she grew to dislike about him, not seeing what he was getting into that somewhat brought him back to him. More on that is for another video, but I say all that to say, for this next pose, Amanda didn't see him to be capable, not knowing he's fully there.
Show us, Amanda.
I don't think Michael's up to this.
He may surprise you. Plank.
Plank.
Chaturanga.
Chata. Yeah.
Feel the flow. Everything is flowing in me. Mike, would you?
Isn't this better than robbing, murdering, and being an asswipe?
But with him killing it here, even feeling the effects from this yoga session, the attention was on him.
You have come a long way today, Mikael. Yes, later you will cry like a baby.
Yeah, right.
But Amanda caught on to this, getting what she really wanted. One thing being told what to do, being controlled. Keep in mind when Michael was on point, he did the same thing, which is why she was with going to LS. But Fabian being that guy for her now, she downs Michael just to get her attention, getting the two things she used to get from Michael.
His chakras are completely blocked. Don't worry about him.
Show me the downward dog.
Fabian even downs him as well, not realizing who he is. It wasn't nothing for him to snap back into who he really is, regardless if he just did yoga or was just watching a movie chilling.
I'm glad we have helped with your impotence, Mikael.
What'd you say?
Your sexual energies have been blocked for too long. Back into my pelvis. Back.
What?
Back. Yes, there you go.
Amanda's not about to see Michael's problem, being that she was fulfilled, not even realizing Fabian's a weirdo, something also for another video. But Michael being disrespected was something back in the days he wouldn't even let slide, so he goes to do what he always did, something again Amanda thought he lost. All she took from this was that Michael messed up something she found after not having it, causing their split.
What?
Hey, enough of that shit!
Yoga is the answer, Mikael. But what is the question?
Why am I such a moron?
We are leaving, and we are never coming back.
Good!
You are alone, you pathetic psychopath.
Fuck you! And that phony French fucking yogi!
Stepping out of the house with Jimmy, Amanda left things telling to what she tried to do back at their house during her packing to leave, which was getting a rile out of Michael. In their bedroom, the pictures the two shared were on the ground, while the only picture of her was still up, forcing Michael to look at it every time he's in this room, along with a note and lipstick in the mirror. It's definitely not a coincidence, her being an attention freak, along with her obsession with her self-image. A note for Michael was written on a mirror, which was an insult that showed who she was. In their backyard, one yoga mat was left, basically telling Michael to find his center. And lastly, in the kitchen, a note being on a refrigerator. Keep in mind, Michael became fat over time, being another dig she threw at Michael, along with another note with a drink by it, expecting him to take it while he's reading it, after the things she put around the house, not even aware of what he just went through with their son. But with this note, of course something telling is shown.
Michael, I think you finally lost your mind. Your recent behavior and the company you've been keeping already had me very concerned. Now you've taken to attacking my Fabian, who is a close friend, and then Jimmy said you took drugs while driving him in your car.
She felt this way for the fact it got in the way of what she started to do after Michael again was absent. And as far as the company he kept, went back to her losing respect for Michael. After the tennis coach incident, Michael is even heard going back to speaking on what his role became, something I know she didn't like either.
The tennis coach? Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I'm a cuckold, a snob, and a fucking cliche. We've decided to move out for a while. You promised me you'd change, and you haven't changed a bit. I know you say I always act like I'm in a movie. Well, this isn't that.
The change she's talking about wasn't the change his depression caused, being an LS. She's referring to his violent outbursts. The crazy thing was, she liked this about Michael, but again, it started to mess up her image and attention she got after Michael became depressed. She even went to say how she herself was confused, not seeing her own faults in this. Being that what he's doing, she can recognize it, but it was just different this time around. She also shows she cares, but again was at a point to not know what to do.
I think I'm gonna speak to a lawyer. I'm just really confused. Please don't try to contact us and try not to get yourself killed. Amanda. Fuck!
And Michael also showed he cared too, after everything already went to pieces though. Around Franklin and Trevor, he wasn't vocal at all what was going on back at home. But we hear how he feels at a therapy session, and to say the least, he was hurt by everything that took place.
My wife's left me, my kids too. My fucking son drugged me. I tried to kill a yoga teacher.
You're giving me facts. You're not telling me how you feel.
On Amanda's end though, she felt she did the right thing. She even changed her voicemail, again doing this as a way to make Michael feel he lost a good one.
This is Amanda. Unfortunately, I'm out of town for a few days, so leave me a message. And if you're my soon-to-be ex-husband, go fuck yourself.
She continued to live her life with Fabian, of course, even pointing out what Fabian does. She felt Michael didn't notice, but as we know, Michael had to relocate. But during this time, he started to be vocal about what he wanted, which was getting his family back.
I mean, I've lost everything that matters. I want my family back. Well, I want them to be different, and me to be different.
Obsessing about the things we've thrown away is an easy avoidance technique.
He doesn't snap about it though until an argument with Trevor, to when Trevor called him out.
You're not making my situation any easier! Oh, there's a surprise! I knew it would become about you! I miss my family! Oh, you're full of shit! All you ever did was ignore them, and now that they're gone, you miss them! Fucking incredible!
Trevor was right, and Michael knew he was also. But down the line, he helped Michael at least get back to the city, so trying could at least be an option. Franklin hearing this from the two, and talking to Jimmy around this time, he goes to ask Michael about his family. He tries to play it off, but with his response, you could tell he was stumped on what to do.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, man. How you doing?
Man, I was wondering, have you heard from your family?
Yeah, sure. No, that's a lie. Haven't heard a fucking thing.
Damn, that's fucked up, man.
But during this, Amanda would start to realize Fabian's lifestyle didn't match hers, even though before it clicked for her though. She went to say how she wasted her years with Michael. But once it did, she finally decided to reach out to Franklin. As many know, showing she cared for him. Franklin even applied for Michael. He did as well, after seeing firsthand how them separated took a toll on him.
It's Amanda. Amanda DeSanta. We met at my house.
Oh, yeah. Shit, where you at?
Look, I know that you and my husband and Trevor Phillips are... I don't know what the fuck you're up to, but I can make a pretty good guess. There's some weird things going on. Is he okay?
I don't think okay is the right word. But he's alive. You should call him. He'll appreciate that.
No, I don't want to speak to him. I just wanted to know he wasn't dead somewhere. Thanks. Don't tell him I called.
All right. But look, he ain't doing too good without his family.
Down the line again, as we know, when he gets back to the city, getting his wife and kids back was still one of his goals. With the conversation him and Trevor had back at his house, he implied to him he started to see his faults while things turned out. Trevor looked at Michael as the person he no longer wanted to be, going back to him vocalizing, that he wanted his family back.
Fuck. What do you want?
I'm your friend. I don't want anything, man. Come on, your company's good enough, huh? Same as always.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that.
So, family ain't back yet, huh?
Nope.
Oh, she's a goddamn fool, man.
Despite all the chaos of these last few weeks, I think I finally figured it out. I know,
No?
sounds ridiculous.
No, actually, it does not sound ridiculous, you know? Because you're a killer. You know? You are a man of action. You do not sit on couches, you take scores.
No, it's not it. I got money. It just makes you miserable. We're gonna do this last big job, and then we're gonna dissolve the partnership.
This is not a game to me. All right, this is a fucking way of life.
I got a fucking family.
But until then, he was forced to go back to where everything started. In my opinion, this situation was more fuel to make him change once he was saved. He even talked about thinking it was over, along with thinking his family had something to do with saving him, showing this was something on his mind when he was tied up.
Yeah, whew. Back there on that meat hook, I thought it was over. Hey, how'd you even find me? Did my family look for me?
Nah, bro. I think they still away. Me and Lester thought something was up.
I've been doing some thinking. I put my feet up and I reflected. My feet were literally up on a fucking meat hook. You know, I think that did more for my mental health than all these years of therapy combined. I mean, I know what I want now. Trevor, he's on to me. That's fine, though. You know, it was bound to happen sooner or later. What I want is I want my family back. I want to make something. I don't want nobody owning me. I'm paying the last of my debt stock, and I'm starting over again.
That sounds like a breakthrough, Michael. You needed time to reflect on the work we've done together. Don't undervalue the benefit of these sessions.
And right after, in a snap, he was given a producer role after helping with the Meltdown movie. With almost dying and getting this news, he pissed his pride to the side and calls Amanda. One of the things that got in the way for the two was being idle, which is why he tried to get on the phone with her.
Hey, baby, I just wanted to tell you, I'm finally doing something with my life. I'm making a movie, a real one. Call me.
But still having to do dirt, he says something telling to Franklin regarding his family, something telling for down the line.
Hey, what's the problem, dawg?
Steve fucking Haynes.
Of course it's Steve fucking Haynes. It's always Steve Haynes.
That is not strictly true. It's either Steve Haynes or it's Trevor or it's his family. It's always one of them.
Yeah, that's true. It is always one of them. A fat old fuck with a horrible family and even worse friends. I told you, Franklin, I ain't a good role model.
He calls his family horrible, but this is what he wanted. Saying that to say, he didn't even want to change them. We seen Michael go from being happy, getting good news, calling Amanda, to being angry, but wouldn't change his family, to now being in the state he was in the beginning, for the fact they were gone. He doesn't snap out of this slump until Jimmy pops up. The family being separated longer than everyone wanted to led Michael to ask about Amanda.
Please don't die, okay? Yeah, it's great catching up with you two, Dad.
Yeah. Hey, how's your mother?
Oh, she's great. No, she's not. She's bored. I mean, all this mesmerizing tantric sex she's been having with a much younger, better built, caring and compassionate man is great and all, but what's she gonna do for the other 6 hours of the day?
What the fuck?
Jimmy being a troll, he does that to Michael, which ends up helping, being that he knows his anger, along with revealing Amanda's real talent side to things.
I'm just winding you up, you miserable bastard. She's mad at you. She's scared that you're gonna die, and she wants you to go over there and prove that you give a fuck.
And Jimmy was 100% right. The phone call she made to Franklin showed she was scared for Michael, and the fact she wanted Michael to prove he cared goes back to her thirst for attention, one of the things their marriage was built on in the first place.
All right. I can take a fucking hint. Let's go.
Michael's seen here back taking charge, something that lacked for a time. On the way to see Amanda, he even started to show he cares, something his family stopped feeling.
Not to, lay it on you, but are you gonna tell me why some beast Mexicans were parked outside of the crib for a couple weeks?
Probably because this is the only house in the neighborhood someone refers to as a crib.
Serious answer, please? I don't want to persuade my mother and sister to move back in just in time for the arrival of the drug cartel death squad.
Oh, don't worry. Me and the drug cartel death squad have made our peace. Your Uncle Trevor, on the other hand, that's a disaster just waiting to happen.
Trevor's...
Hey, let's not talk about Trevor.
One reconciliation at a time?
The only reconciliation I'm concerned with right now is with you guys.
Once the two arrived, Michael continued to do what he needed, especially with Fabian being there.
Excuse me, I'm trying to write a screenplay.
Shush,
here.
woman.
Hey, Amanda. Fabian.
Michael?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Jimmy.
These two, a picture of holistic well-being, I don't think.
Hey.
Maybe they shit once a year between them.
Hey, oh! That's my son!
Michael obviously was offended here, but Amanda was also. We already seen what Michael tried to do when he himself was offended, but this time around, with being on the same page with Amanda, Michael takes him out of it, giving Amanda attention in a way, filling his ways along with hers by showing he cared.
Amanda, come. I have a new unitard on hold. You must pay for it.
Hey!
Hey!
Buddy, I'm gonna ask politely that you show my wife a little respect.
Red meat has been blocking your chi as well as your digestive tract.
I ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna ask you one time, nicely.
Michael, just hit him, please.
And with Amanda giving him the go, he does what he wanted, and again, giving her what she wanted from her actual husband.
Shush, woman!
Anything for you, sweetheart.
What are you I had some really good work there, you dick!
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's fine. Listen, Amanda. I'm meaning to say to you,
What he's trying to say, Mom, is that he's a pathetic, old, drunken mess, and he needs you. And you could do a lot better than a prima donna yoga instructor with an anal fixation.
Someone
Shut up!
Regardless of what Michael was going to say, the fact he showed up was enough, leading Amanda to say something telling to her attention problem.
I guess we could try.
all I'm asking for is a shot.
Neutral ground. Dr. Friedlander's office.
She wanted to go to Dr. Friedlander for the fact the gripes she still had. At this point, she wanted them heard.
It's perfect. All of us. I'll pick up Tracy and bring her there. Meet you?
Fine.
They all arrive to his office to when everything is let out in the most Amanda and Michael way possible.
I'm fighting.
Amanda!
Hello!
Good to see you again. Michael, I'm so glad. Isn't this great?
Fantastic.
Michael, be positive.
I am being positive. This is me being positive.
Give it up, Michael. The sarcasm. It's one of the reasons I moved out. It's beneath you.
No, it's not, Amanda. Trust me. Nothing's beneath me.
No, normally there's a whore beneath you.
You know, for someone who spends every waking moment working on themselves inside and out, I gotta tell you, the progress has been really fucking slow.
How would you know what progress is like, you stupid murdering shit?
Gee, because all you do is whine at me.
Michael looked at Amanda always whining was one of the reasons he became distant. But Amanda's reason was to get him to change as far as being a product of Rockford Hills, like how she did.
Oh, all I do is whine. Michael, could you please stop murdering people? Michael, could you please stop endangering me and the both of your children? You kill people and then you sit in the sun and drink and feel guilty about it. That is not work.
I don't see you complaining on the way to the fucking bank. I mean, let's face it, Amanda. We're trailer trash, you and me. We were taught to do this.
And Michael showed how he got so depressed. The second life he gave it to, ironically, he wasn't able to enjoy it, being that what he spoke on was all he knew in a way. He was even known to mess up in the stock market when he did try something new. The problem though was again not being passionate with new things and not even having it in him to try. But what he's justifying was his life, basically trying to get to Amanda that he was just him and there's no one doing that, something he thought at the time was possible, while Amanda's still here clinging on to the false life she became.
Get a center, Michael. You have no center.
How about you suck my cock? Huh? No, wait. We'll both get a center before that ever happens.
You are such a fucking animal, a deranged animal!
You're fucking right on deranged! How could I not be?
I should have had you locked up years ago, you stupid shit.
Do it. I'll put you in the fucking ground with the rest of them.
But regardless, what he ends up getting across to Amanda in this was that instead of changing, the best that can happen was just for the two to move forward.
And that's really all the time we have.
Oh,
great.
I think we made some real progress there. Take care now.
Hey, so you gonna come home with me or what?
guess we'll give it a try.
All right, then.
Then moving forward, Amanda reveals why she kept cheating at times. When this took place, the people that were around was able to play on her wanting attention and understanding when it didn't seem to her that Michael didn't.
You know, there was a moment there. I thought...
What?
I don't know, like maybe we still had a ways to go. You know, like maybe we need more time.
Time for what?
Time to move beyond screaming at each other.
That was cathartic.
I just don't want it to be more of the same.
'Cause I started to understand something in there. No one else gets this family. Not Dr. Friedlander, or my yoga teacher, or our tennis coach, or the juice guy, or the dog walker, or...
Oh, hey. Oh.
Or Jimmy's third grade teacher.
Or the trash guy.
Or Dad's proctologist.
Or the guy that thinks he's Jesus on Vespucci Beach.
Or the hippie bum who thinks the world is ending.
We're stuck with each other. I mean, how do you explain faking our deaths, changing our names, all the lying to the FIB? That monster, Trevor?
Things are starting to fall into place, baby, and the safest place you can be is right here with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've totally figured the whole thing out. I'm a movie producer.
Being a movie producer is not a legitimate or responsible career option. But I guess it is better than being a killer or a bank robber.
Later, Amanda emails Michael, going to say she's glad they're back together, along with telling him to be the best he can be. And with the Meltdown movie coming out, everything was falling in place, even giving her something to gloat about in the process. With all this, though, Michael would be hit with something not even on his mind when the premiere for the movie started.
Michael, did you find them?
Who?
The person who sent the mercenaries to our house.
I'm working on it.
Are we safe? You said we would be safe.
He's not gonna try that again. I'm on top of this, Amanda. Trust me.
Really? You're sure?
I'm positive. Look, I love you, baby. I'm gonna take care of this.
After this phone call, they have an understanding to why Michael is about to be distant, something not vocalized during their marriage, and everyone around him knows his end goal as well, which was to get back to his family once they pull off the big one. After the big one, his promise to Amanda was also done, giving him the opportunity to enjoy his retirement and being able to happily go home, even calling out his faults in the process.
I'm getting too old for this nonsense. Oh.
Michael seeming to Amanda that he didn't care led their marriage to be rocky before they even changed their last name. And moving to LS made things worse after Michael stopped giving her attention. When he did, it was already too late, being that it caused her to end things she substituted when Michael fell short. Michael taking back charge of things while giving her attention, and with Amanda realizing the two can only move forward with who they are and not what it's supposed to be in their new area, is how their marriage was able to be resurrected.